Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome back to 365 Days of Love and Miracles with A Course in Miracles. My name is Arlene Geres, and I'm so glad that you are here. Please remember to stay right until the very end because we have a special treat for you. And if you enjoyed today's video, please click like and subscribe because this helps others to find us on YouTube. Today's lesson is lesson 294.
This is our fourth lesson under the section, What is the Real World? Before we read today's lesson, we are asked to read this section, so let's do that now. The real world is a symbol, like the rest of what perception offers, yet it stands for what is opposite to what you made. Your world is seen through eyes of fear and brings the witnesses of terror to your mind. The real world cannot be perceived except through eyes forgiveness blesses, so they see a world where terror is impossible and witnesses to fear cannot be found. The real world holds a counterpart for each unhappy thought reflected in your world, a sure correction for the sights of fear and sounds of battle which your world contains. The real world shows a world seen differently through quiet eyes and with a mind at peace. Nothing but rest is there. There are no cries of pain and sorrow heard, for nothing there remains outside forgiveness, and the sights are gentle. Only happy sights and sounds can reach the mind that has forgiven itself. What need has such a mind for thoughts of death, attack, and murder? What can it perceive surrounding it but safety, love, and joy? What is there it would choose to be condemned, and what is there that it would judge against? The world it sees arises from a mind at peace within itself. No danger lurks in anything it sees, for it is kind, and only kindness does it look upon. The real world is the symbol that the dream of sin and guilt is over, and God's Son no longer sleeps. His waking eyes perceive the sure reflection of his Father's love, the certain promise that he is redeemed. The real world signifies the end of time, for its perception makes time purposeless. The Holy Spirit has no need of time when it has served his purpose. Now he waits but that one instant more for God to take his final step, and time has disappeared, taking perception with it as it goes, and leaving but the truth to be itself. That instant is our goal, for it contains the memory of God. And as we look upon a world forgiven, it is he who calls to us and comes to take us home, reminding us of our identity, which our forgiveness has restored to us. Let's take a look at lesson 294.
My body is a wholly neutral thing. This is a lesson that we have gone through over and over again as we've gone deeper and deeper into our understanding of I'm not a body, I am free, as was first introduced in lesson number 199. I am not a body, I am free. I am a spiritual being having a human experience. Let's read today's lesson. I am a child of God, and can I be another thing as well? Did God create the mortal and the corruptible? What use has God's beloved Son for what must die? And yet a neutral thing does not see death, for thoughts of fear are not invested there, nor is a mockery of love bestowed upon it. Its neutrality protects it while it has a use, and afterwards, without a purpose, it is laid aside. It is not sick, nor old, nor hurt. It is but functionless, unneeded, and cast off. Let me not see it more than this today, of service for a while and fit to serve, to keep its usefulness while it can serve, and then to be replaced for greater good. There's a lot here. Let's take it apart line by line. I am God's beloved child. I am a child of God. We're a chip off the old block. And can I be another thing as well? So can I both be a child of God, part of God's spirit, and also a body? No, I cannot be both. We get to choose one or the other. I prefer to go with the spiritual angle. Did God create the mortal and the corruptible? I don't believe that he did. No, God created us perfect and beautiful. The world of the ego came up with these morals and these ideas of corruption, that we were born sinful and that we were doomed to go to hell if we didn't follow all the rules. What use is God's child for what must die? What use is this body except to carry us around just like our car? And one day we don't need it anymore. And yet a neutral thing does not see death, for thoughts of fear are not invested there, nor is a mockery of love bestowed upon it. Its neutrality protects it while it has a use. Our bodies are not good or bad. Our bodies are neutral. We want to take good care of them. We want to keep them healthy because our spirit needs these bodies to get around while we're here on earth. But once we are finished with our earthly mission, we won't need these bodies anymore. And afterwards, without a purpose, it is laid aside. I remember when my mother passed, I was there with her in the hospital, as were my brothers, my sister-in-law, and my niece. We all were there surrounding her bed as she went off back into the spirit world. Her body was not her. It was very clear to us that she was no longer there. And the same is true for us. The day will come when we no longer need these bodies, and anyone who is there to witness it will clearly know that that is not you, that is not me. Who we are is spirit. We just don't always recognize that. It is not sick, nor old, nor hurt. It is but functionless, unneeded, and cast off, just as we would an old suit of clothes. We don't need it anymore. These days, we can take our things to the thrift store, but our bodies aren't going to be much use for anyone. However, it is the same concept. Just as we do with our car, when our car is no longer working very well, we get ourselves a new one. And that's what happens with our bodies. These bodies reach a certain stage where they're not very useful anymore, and it's time for us to let them go. When we really get this, death no longer holds any fear, holds any grip or any fear over us. We can let those that we love who have passed before us without going to the same depths of grief. Although we miss them, we understand that they are still very much alive. Let me not see more than this today, of service for a while and fit to serve, to keep its usefulness while it can serve, and then to be replaced for greater good. Well, this suggests that we're going to come back in a different body. Isn't that exciting? So if we don't get it right in this lifetime, we will have more chances. The same is true for those that we love. They come back in different forms and different shapes. In the meantime, they are always with us. I love to speak with my grandmother, with my mom, with my dad, and especially with my son. They are with me always. I carry them around with me, and I can feel them right now sitting on my shoulder, encouraging me to share this wonderful message with you. If you would like to close your eyes, I'll read the final prayer. My body, Father, cannot be your child, and what is not created cannot be sinful nor sinless, neither good nor bad. Let me then use this dream to help your plan that we awaken from all dreams we made. Let's talk about it. My body is not me, so my body cannot be God's child. My spirit is me. My spirit is God's child. And what is not created, my body was not created. It's neutral. It's not sinful nor sinless, not good or bad. Let me then use this dream. A Course in Miracles says that this world of the ego is all a dream. It's all an illusion. When we really understand this idea, we hold it very loosely. We don't need to get worked up or upset about the things that are going on in this world, because we fully understand that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and this is but a dream, and it will pass away. We'll get to experience that glorious world on the other side. Thanks so much for staying right until the very end. Are you ready for our special treat?
Let's check out our papaya tree. This tree was just a little sprout this time last year. In fact, I tried to pull it out because I thought it was a weed. Now it's, I don't know, maybe 12, 15 feet tall. And let's look at the papayas. My. We are going to feast. Look at these babies. Too many to count. Probably 20 or 30 because they grow all the way around the tree. And then up at the top, there's a whole bunch of babies and flowers that haven't fruited yet. Oh my gosh, what a gift. I love papayas.
My body is a holy, neutral thing. Have a blessed day, my friends. I love you.